Hey guys, just popping in because before I get this video started, I wanted to officially apologize for the quality of the video. I am struggling with one of my lenses and I just was not going to reshoot. So just wanted to come in and let you know what was going on. Please stick around to the end of the video. It helps with my watch time. And take notes and let me know what you liked about the video. Leave a comment down below. Engage with me. And I guess that's it. So enjoy and I'll see you on the other end. Bye.
If you can't read the room, you're missing out on opportunities, but your reactions, honey, they're definitely costing you capital. The best way to exercise this muscle is to develop the art of creating circumstances for optimal success and managing the volume of your personality. Now, I am talking about beefing up your EQ. And your EQ is short for emotional quotient, but it is really the numerical value of your emotional intelligence. Now, your emotional intelligence is your ability to identify and manage your emotions as well as the emotions of others. So today I am going to be giving you some practical tips to ramp up your emotional intelligence and begin winning the attention and affection of your tribe. That sounds like something that you want to get into, then please stick around. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss great content like this moving forward. And trust me when I tell you, it's some good stuff. I just need you to help me out by hitting the subscribe button, but then coming back, getting that notification bell set up so that when new videos come out, you know to, sit down and watch. And the truth be told, if you're watching this on your TV like I often do, it is so easy to just let it play, run in the background so that you can do other things. It helps me with my watch hours, and being a subscriber also helps me to grow my channel. So thank you in advance for subscribing. Now let's get into today's content. The first tip that I'm going to give you is to establish your personal operating system. Now I have an entire video on not only this system, but 2 other systems that will be helpful to you as you grow your business or scale your career, whatever it is. But for right now, I just want you to establish a personal operating system. And this is where you're going to really determine how you want to show up in the world. You're going to set boundaries here. You're going to determine what you expect of yourself, and you're going to manage those expectations of yourself as well as the expectations that people have of you. And then you're also going to teach people how to treat you here. But I always add a bonus because it's not enough to just teach people how to treat you. It is imperative that you hold them accountable to what they learn. Trust me when I tell you, you will thank me later. The next thing that you need to do to improve or beef up your emotional intelligence or your EQ number is to shift your mindset from one of selling to one of serving. I talked about this a lot here on my channel. I do think it is extremely important for you to adopt this mindset versus the sales mindset, especially in the direction that things are going these days in digital marketing and relationship marketing. Being a used car salesman that's heavy on the sales is not ideal. It does not attract the audience that you want, and it could also end up costing you business. So here, I think it's a good idea when you are shifting your mindset from selling to serving, to listen more and talk less. You want to understand what's needed from the people around you. Sometimes what's needed may not be the thing that you sell, but you can add to the conversation and you can bring your value to the conversation. And that will in turn yield people who begin to recognize you for someone who provides great information. And that recognition turns into a reputation of someone who does a good job. And that reputation of someone who does a good job will turn into relationships where referrals are given and revenue is generated. So here it's important for you to listen a little bit more and begin to even fill in some of the blanks of the things that you do. Trust me when I tell you, people will tell you what they need. And if you have not already created a solution for that, but it is something that will work really well with what you're doing, if you listen, You may even find opportunities to add products and services to your business or value add tools in terms of lead magnets that generate even more recognition, rapport, referrals, revenue, etc., just because you listened more and talked less. Next, get plugged in. I talk about this all the time, especially in when I'm working one-on-one with people, and as an ambassador for my chamber. When you get plugged in, it may not be doing exactly what it is that you sell or serve, the area that you sell or serve in, but that gives you exposure. It gives you the opportunity to talk to people and learn more about what they're doing and what their needs are, which is just valuable data that you can use to improve the products and services that you're already selling. Additionally, so I'm an ambassador for my chamber, and I get to go out and talk to members to see if they are enjoying their membership. But guess what? Because I'm a business consultant, a marketing and leadership strategist, I can also share my value with them in helping them to optimize their chamber benefits. The other way that I am plugging myself in is that I'm a member of another networking group where I have taken on the role as the vice president of training. So the organization provides a video of training, but what I do is I show my value by taking their what and their why and giving the people in my group a how that they can hold on to and understand, relate to, and apply so that the what and why that they learned in the networking training is more applicable to what it is that they need to do to take advantage of it. So you want to get plugged in here, shifting your mindset from selling to serving. You want to offer assistance where needed by getting plugged in. Next, under this idea of shifting your mindset from selling to serving, is you want to use your personal connection to your solution to meet people where they are in the process of obtaining the solution. And then you want to build relationships. So I talk about a lot the idea of an epiphany, and then your epiphany having a journey to help you establish how you want to serve your community. Well, as you think about the journey, there are various steps that happen along the journey. And when you've created those steps in the epiphany journey, what happens is when you start talking to people and you're listening more than you're talking, you'll be able to determine where that person is as it relates to the steps that you have identified in your epiphany journey. And when you identify where they are, which step they're on, you can then meet them where they are, have conversations there, and you, believe me, will become like the best thing since sliced bread, because you no longer are coming across as salesy, as if you didn't listen, as if you're not reading the room, emotional intelligence. But you'll seem more like someone who's extremely engaged and who truly understands the problem and gets that person. And that increases your likelihood of getting whatever buy-in it is that you wanted from them. Now, listen, have you ever regretted something you said or maybe didn't say? You know, how you leave a situation and you're second guessing yourself about, man, I wish I would have said this. And wow, I can't believe I did that. Oh, I wish I would have taken a different direction. I get it. I have been there. I have a button and a t-shirt. I second guess myself all the time. But when I started being more introspective and really learning myself, what happened was I began to feel much more confident in the way I was conducting myself, the way I was showing up in the rooms. I wasn't as self-conscious. It was a process though. It took a little bit of time, but I have been very, very successful in increasing my own personal EQ. And I know it is something that you can do as well. Instructing someone to just be authentic is really the equivalent of giving the what and the why that a lot of experts do, but doing so without giving anyone the how. And that's why I created Project CEO. I had paid for an online program where I was doing the online version, but there was a live program going on and I was being streamed in to watch everything. And I just remember this expert marketer giving the advice to someone who had asked the question, well, how do I, show up in this way to do, the thing that the woman was talking about, how can I be successful at this thing? And the marketer, this expert marketer, says to the lady, just be yourself. All you have to do is be authentic, and people will come to you. People will resonate with you. And I just remember thinking, that is so much easier said than done, especially in light of digital marketing, especially with Instagram and filters and the ability to embellish the realities of your life. It's so difficult to be comfortable and confident in the authentic version of yourself because you are comparing yourself to other people and the things that they have going on. Well, inside my program, Project CEO, you'll discover your unique superpower, and you will free yourself from expectations, limiting beliefs, and that doubt that sometimes happens, and the limitations as well. And you'll finally be able to step out of fear, right? And uncertainty and into more alignment with the goals and ideas that you have for yourself. So I am going to leave the link to my Project CEO down below because I just believe that when you have identified what you need to do and be your best, is going to make it so much easier for you to create that personal operating system and then be more confident serving and giving more of yourself than selling and feeling like that's what you have to do constantly in order to get business. Because trust me when I tell you, when you are yourself, you build relationships, and those relationships are going to help you fuel your sales funnel. It's going to help you push people into your sales funnel, and the ability to nurture those people inside that funnel comes from a personal space. It comes from your ability to connect to your audience in a special way. So if becoming more unapologetically you and being more authentic and knowing what that truly means for yourself and not relying on Instagram or YouTube or somebody else to imitate, but instead being able to take what you see and interpret it so that it works for who you are and you can be the best version of yourself, then please get on the wait list for my program, Project CEO. I promise you, there have been so many people that have gone through this program that have come out on the other end amazed at how much better they feel, how much more confident they are, how much more willing they are to step out on faith and on their own, just sheer abilities to get the job done. Now, let's go ahead and round out this video with the very last tip that I want to share with you if you want to bump up your EQ, and that is to brush up on your social skills. Now, listen, what does that mean? It means you need to be able to read the room. I talk about this when I'm talking about networking, making sure you're in the right group, and then making sure that when you walk in the room, you do a little survey of the land to see sort of what the tone of the room is, what the other people are doing, the behaviors, the expectations of people in the room. You have to be able to read the room. This means reading body language. When you're talking to someone, if they look like they're disinterested, if they look like they're annoyed, if they look like they're in a hurry, being able to read body language. Also being able to read between the lines. Sometimes people are talking and they're saying things, but there is what they're not saying that you want to pay the most attention to, and being mindful of the possibility that this can happen. It's sometimes okay to take people at face value, but when you are developing your social skills, it's going to take you some time to determine whether or not you should. And so in the meantime, just be able to read between the lines. And if you have questions, don't be afraid. Again, this goes back to being unapologetically you. Ask a question for clarification. And then next, managing the volume of your personality. This is something that I talk about inside my program, Project CEO, because it is so easy for us to, think that who we are isn't, obviously who we are is enough. But sometimes who we are can be a little bit too much. I know this because I have a very strong and aggressive personality. And I have to sometimes walk into rooms, again, surveying the room, reading the room, and then managing the volume of my personality. I need to know, okay, is this a sophisticated space where being more seen than heard is the most appropriate behavior? Is it a situation where I need to be a little bit more of an authoritarian, where I am providing valuable insight, but the way I communicate that insight needs to be, more professional. It needs to be more palatable for people to absorb. This is not like code switching. This is not, abandoning who you really are. It's about knowing yourself so well that you know how to dial yourself up or dial yourself down depending on the social setting that you are in. All right. Don't allow a low EQ to keep you from being successful. Start practicing the tips that I shared with you, and you will start seeing immediate results. Now, it's easy to feel discouraged when you believe that you've done all the right things to get the buy-in from whomever you're trying to get buy-in from. And you feel this way because you feel like you understood the what and you feel like you understood the why of those experts that you listen to. Well, best way to overcome these feelings is really to know with confidence that you are the CEO of you. Discovering your unique superpower, freeing yourself from limiting beliefs and being more aligned with your goals, it gives you the bonus points you need to skyrocket your EQ. If you're ready to become unapologetically you, use the link below to get on the waitlist for my program, Project CEO. I am rewarding everybody who's on that list when the doors get ready to open, and you are going to want to be one of the ones who receives those awards. So make sure you are on the list. In the meantime, I want you to do a few things for me. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure that you are subscribed and have clicked that notification bell. I need you to click the notification bell so that when my next video pops up, you are notified. When you are notified, please watch the video. Even if you don't have time to listen to it, please just click on it and let it play, because guys, that helps me with watch hours. It helps YouTube to know that the people who are subscribed to my channel are interested in the content that I am sharing. When you do that, even if you have to just let it play in the background, you can always come back to it later when you have time. But if you just listen to it, that would be so helpful. If you really like what I had to say today, go ahead and hit that like button. I'd appreciate that as well. It lets me know that you like this type of content and you want me to continue to create it. The next thing is I have another video. I talked about it at the top of this video where I am sharing with you 3 operating systems that I think are going to be so important in your ability to succeed in your goals. But I really appreciate you guys for watching today, and I look forward to being back with you again next week. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.